Hey guys, Jessica here with Home Sweet Farmhouse, and in today's video we're going to be doing some really fun Christmas DIYs. They are incredibly simple and all from Dollar Tree products, so very easy to make, and some of them really make great gifts, so let's get right into it. Oh, really quickly before we get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and look right down there, that subscribe button. If it's red, go ahead and click it and turn it gray. When that happens, a bell will appear. Click the bell, select all notifications. That way, YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. I hope you enjoy these, and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite and which one you would like to give away as a gift. Let's get right into it. Okay, so for this first DIY, you're just going to take a couple of 8x10 frames or smaller, depending on what bags you choose, and we're going to take Mod Podge around the frames because they are plastic frames, and I want the paint that the color we're gonna put on these to stick. So I've tried this a couple of times. Mod Podge seems to work really well to just give the paint something to adhere to that's not so slippery, which the plastic is. So we're going to put a couple of coats of Mod Podge on these, let them dry completely. I think we let them dry overnight, and then we're going to take whatever color paint we think is going to be best for the bag that we found that we want to frame, and a really good accent color, and paint them. So the first one I'm painting is a crimson color. I'm actually doing two of these. I'm only going to show you one because I thought it would be a little bit redundant to show both of them to you. But what we're doing here really is I found some really cute bags. I found them at Dollar Tree, and I thought they would be really, really cute to actually frame and hang as decor. So I just chose some paints that I thought would complement the colors on the bags, and we're painting these frames. So while the frames are drying, I picked out these bags that I thought would be really cute framed, and I'm just taking the insert from inside of the frames and tracing around the bag so I know where to cut, and I'm going to cut it out. And then you'll see in just a minute where the holes are from where like the drawstring was on these bags. I'm just going to take some of the extra top piece that got cut off, and I'm going to take that and kind of glue it on, tape it on to cover up these holes. So I'm just trying to fill them with the same pattern, same color, so it looks like it's all one piece. And by the time I get these done, I actually really didn't even have to do it because of the frame, the mat inside of the frame, but I went ahead and did it just to make it look a little bit more professional. As you can see here, I'm trying to figure all that out. So now, as you can see, I'm just doing a little bit of embellishment to the frame, and of course this is a personal preference. I just thought it needed a little something so that it didn't look quite so plain and so shabby, and it's these little touches that really make these pieces pop and look like much more expensive decor. In reality, I only spent a few dollars on this, including this baker's twine that I also found at Dollar Tree. It was actually a 3-pack with 3 different colors, but I just thought for this particular piece, the black and white would go best. So less than $3 plus the cost of some paint. I'm getting a really cute piece that I think my pet sitter is going to love. Okay, so for our next DIY, this is so incredibly simple to do, but really it can make a big impact on a gift. I am adding some candles into Christmas gifts this year, but I wanted some really cute holders. So I'm just taking these plain white candles from Dollar Tree, and I found some really cute mugs also at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to melt down the wax in these candles, and I'm going to reuse the wicks. And as you can see, I'm just melting them. I'm using just, stuff I already have around the house. So it wound up being $3 all in all. I used 1 mug and 2 candles, and I actually did a second one, which you'll see at the end of the video, but just be very careful not to burn yourself, and this really turned out so cute. Okay, so this may be my favorite DIY of the video, and by the time we get to the end, you're gonna have to let me know in the comments below what your favorite DIY is. But I found some other gift bags also at Dollar Tree, so these are incredibly inexpensive, and these glass trivets also at Dollar Tree, and I'm just turning them into decorative trivets. These turn out so beautiful. So all I'm doing is I'm cutting the bags open, like in half, so that I have a full piece of material to work with, and then I'm tracing out around the trivet to get the whole like scene of whatever it is that's on the bag onto the trivet, and then take the handles off, and then I'm just using my fabric cutter to create some straight lines where I'm cutting. So simple and easy to do, but really these make a huge statement in your kitchen for decoration. So all I'm doing is cutting out the bags the size I need for the trivets that I have. Now what you're going to see me do here in just a minute is we're going to take Mod Podge, and we're going to take, actually before we do the Mod Podge, we're going to take off the little feet. So they're glued on there, and I'm going to use just a straight razor to pull them off easily. You could use your fingernail, but the razor is so much easier. And then what we're going to do is save those. What we're going to do is take some rubbing alcohol and clean up any excess glue that's left on the back of the trivet. Then we're going to take these pieces that we're cutting out right now from our bags. They're just gift bags. They're super cute that I found at Dollar Tree, and you can see the round one here was a little bit more difficult to cut out, but I managed. And we're going to apply a coat of Mod Podge to the back of the trivet. We're going to let that dry and apply a second coat of Mod Podge to the back of the trivet. Once we do that, we're going to add our gift bag that we have cut out to the size of the trivet. We're going to add that and add another layer of Mod Podge. Now I let these dry overnight, and then what I did is I actually, and this part is optional, you can add multiple layers of Mod Podge, which we did, and then I actually sprayed them with a clear matte spray paint, which is just going to help protect them so that they can be washed. And once we were done, we added the feet back on. I did use a little bit of super glue to make sure that the feet stay on really, really well. I don't think it was necessary, but I did it anyway. And then we're just going to embellish them for gifts. And oh my goodness, these are so adorable, so easy. They look so high end. I think these are going to be your favorite of the video too, but let me know in the comments. Okay, so for this next DIY, the bag with the cardinal was so cute. I just couldn't bear to leave the other half of the bag and not do anything with it. So I'm just taking an 8x10 canvas mat from the Dollar Tree, and as you could see here, I'm just cutting the bag to fit the width of the mat, and then I'm cutting to make sure I have an even edge all the way around, top and bottom and on the sides. And then all we're gonna do is take this which is the second side of the bag, so I'm getting two DIYs out of one bag, so $1, I'm getting 2 DIYs out of it. And then we're just going to take our Mod Podge, and as you can see, I'm trying to really make sure I have the straightest edge possible all the way around. So we're just going to take our Mod Podge onto the canvas, and we're going to completely coat the canvas, which I know there may be a better way to do this, so let me know in the comments below, but we're going to take the bag that we've cut to the size of the canvas and place that on the Mod Podge, and then add some more Mod Podge. Now it rolls up on me, and this is where I was like, oh my goodness. But as you can see, after I get all the Mod Podge on it, I'm just going to take my fingers and really work it down to make sure it stays, and it worked. I did a really good job. I just had to do it a couple of times, and wash your hands, because we should be washing our hands anyway, and it worked out for me. So if you have a better idea, maybe I should do one layer of Mod Podge at a time. I probably should have let the bottom put it on and let it dry before doing the top layer of Mod Podge, but anyway, this is how it worked out for me. So then once I let this dry, and I let this dry overnight, I went ahead and I was trying to figure out how to make it kind of like not stand out on the canvas. And what I decided to do was just take some twine and some crafter's glue, which I liked so much. It's the first time I've used it, and I really, really liked it, better than using hot glue. And I'm going to take the twine, and I'm going to just create a cute little like border to the canvas. And I do this on all 4 edges, as you're going to see here in just a minute. And I'm just using the crafter's glue to keep it all in place. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe how beautiful this piece turned out, and so inexpensive. And now I have a matching set. My grandmother loves red cardinals, so I'm actually going to be sending this to my grandmother as part of her gift for Christmas this year. And oh my gosh, I'm actually in love with how this set turned out. So all of these are some of the cutest DIYs I think I've ever made. Let me know in the comments which one your favorite is, and we're gonna go through all of them at the end so you can decide.